All right, here we go. We're solving another trig equation. It's solving trig equation number 3 here. So let me go through this and see if I can make some sense out of this. I hope I could do this fairly quickly. You're going to take the tangent inverse of both sides, first of all. So I'm going to take the tangent inverse of this side, right, equals the tangent inverse of this side, because what I do to one side, got to do to the other side, right? And so the tangent inverse of the tangent is going to be 2 theta minus 34 degrees. Okay, and that's going to equal the tangent inverse of radical 3. And this is where you get a little bit of the tricky part right here. I've got to reason this out. I have to think to myself, okay, what angle, because I'm dealing with angles here, not arc lengths, but angles, what angle is going to give me a tangent of radical 3? And so, this is where I have to think about this a little bit. It's going to be a 60 degrees, and I know that because that's going to it's going to be radical 3 over 2 and 1/2. I know that in this 30, 60, 90 right triangle right here with an arc length of 1, okay, I have this memorized. This is just kind of some memorized piece of information here. I know that the tangent of 60 degrees is going to equal, remember the tangent, SOHCA, TOA, it's opposite over adjacent in a right triangle, so it's going to be radical 3 over 2 over 1/2, so it's going to equal radical 3. Now, the thing about that is, it's not just going to happen in the first quadrant. The other quadrant where I'm going to get it's going to happen over here in the third quadrant also. It's going to happen in the first quadrant and in the third quadrant. I'm going to get radical 3 over 2 here and 1/2. And actually here I'm going to get negative 1/2, and here I'm going to get negative radical 3 over 2. But because they're both negative, this ends up being that the tangent of, now this isn't 60 degrees. Here's my 60. If I come over here like this, I add 180. This is going to be the tangent of 240 degrees. Is also going to equal radical 3. Okay, so keep all of that tucked in your brain and in your brain. Let's not take that away. Hang on. Let me see if I can erase this and we can get all this out of our way here. And let's oops, come on. There we go. And now we know we're going to get here. This is going to equal. I can do this. Hang on just a sec. This is going to equal 60 degrees plus 360 n degrees, right? Or it's going to equal 240 degrees plus 360 n degrees. Now there's a simpler way of writing that, but let's leave it at this for right now, because I think this is the easiest way to think about it. Okay, I'll tell you the simpler way in just a minute. Now we're going to add 34 to both sides. So I have to add 34 to both disjuncts. So I'm going to get that 2 theta is going to equal 60 degrees plus 360 n degrees plus 34 degrees. That's one of my disjuncts, right? Or 240 degrees plus 360 n degrees plus 34 degrees. And so what I'm going to get here is that 2 theta is going to equal 100, and let's just, well, not 100, I'm going to get 60 plus 34, I'm going to get 94 degrees plus 360 n degrees, okay? Or it's going to be 240 plus 34, it's going to be 274 degrees plus 360 n degrees, going round and round my circle. 274. All right, now let's see here. Let me just kind of squish this up a little bit here. That's just so that I can fit a little bit more in on my chalkboard up over here. We'll do this with blue again or something like that. So we're going to get here that 2 theta. Well, let's go ahead and solve this actually. Let's dividing this by 2 and dividing this everything over here by 2. I'm going to get theta equals, let's see, 94 divided by 2, 47 degrees, okay, plus 180 n degrees. Or it's going to be 274 divided by 2. I don't know what that is. 274 divided by 2. 2 into 274. How many times does that go? Once, 3, 14, 137. Okay, so or it's 137 degrees plus 180 n degrees. Okay, I mean that's just one way, and that's the answer. Actually, I'm done, because theta could be any element of the real numbers. I could let n be any negative number I want, or n can be 0, or n can be any positive number I want, and so there's an infinite number of possibilities. I can't possibly list them all. That's the only thing I can do, is list it like this. Now I just wanted to show you this. The other thing, the other way I could think about this, and this is, I mean, you're done here. If you're done time-wise, just end right there. But if you just want to understand it just even a tiny bit more, I just wanted to show you one other quicker way to do this a little bit. If I come right over here to the unit circle again, you know, think about this. 60 degrees right over here, a 60 degree. This is 60 degrees. And then down over here, this is going to be 60 degrees plus 180. So every 180 degrees, so see, it's going to be, I don't know if I can see, here's 60 degrees and then plus 180, now plus another 180 if you keep looping around right over here. So I can just keep going. I could say this instead, 60 degrees plus 180 n degrees. It's the same difference. I'll get the exact same angles. It'll actually give me the same answer there, but it's just a little different way, a little simpler way of, I don't have to do the disjunct. So then I would get here 2 theta minus 34 degrees is going to equal 60 degrees, and then I go halfway around the circle, 180, let's say n degrees, and then halfway again, then halfway again, then halfway again. All right, so then I get 2 theta is going to equal 94 degrees plus 180 n degrees, and then divide both sides by 2. So now see, I don't have to work with that disjunct, the one or the other, but it doesn't matter. It gives me the same. This is 47 degrees plus 180 n degrees, and I could be done right there, because if I let n be 1, right? If I let n be 1, that's going to give me my 200, let's see, if n is 1, 180 and 47, what do I get here, 7, wait, 12 carry away, 227. I would get 227 degrees, 227 degrees. If I let n be 1, I get 227 degrees. And that's going to be the same as my other disjunct over there. And so that's why I don't really need both of the disjuncts. So I hope you can see this is actually sufficient for the answer right here. The answer could just be that. The other one's fine. It's just redundant. Right? I can get the angle 227 degrees from this problem. Gives me all the answer I need. So that's the answer right there. That's how we solve that problem. Hopefully that makes sense and helps you.